Welcome back, friends. Fishing with Captain Sharky. Well, there's a couple of things I'd like to go over with you today on this episode, and that's keeping our rods and reels in top shape. One of the most important things is after you fishing is cleaning and oiling and greasing. One of the worst things that you can do to a reel is the old story about washing the reel with water. A lot of times you'll see guys come home from fishing, and this was the common thought years ago. But after we got done fishing in the ocean, we took the hose and then we just really sprayed the reel a lot. And what we found out over the years is that water will get down inside the gears and actually do it more harm than it is good. What the best method, and what I do as a local guide and what the professionals do, is that we use a product. There's different names for it, but the one that I use is Reel Magic. And what I do is after I come home from fishing, I'll take a rag and I'll spray a little bit of the Reel Magic on the rag. And then I'll take the rag and I'll go along the rod like this. And I'll clean that entire rod and get all the salt off of it that there is, all the way up. And then on the eyes, I'll spray a little extra on the eyes, because inside the eyes themselves, they get a little crusty. So I use a toothbrush and I get in there and I clean all that little areas out. And those little wire areas, the holes for your eyes. And then also, in the reel itself, if I take the reel off, like this, and then this bailing area, all these moving parts here, especially in this roller here where the line runs through, this is very important that you spray all of this with the Reel Magic and give it a good wipe down everywhere. And then this bail right here, this wire, it's called a bail. It has a tendency to gather salt. Give it a good wipe down like this, and inside the bail here where the line goes, sometimes you'll notice that on the top of the reel up on the inside is corrosion and salt gathers. Take your toothbrush and clean that real good inside there, because when it's upright and the line is peeling out, it rubs against the top and it can cause an abrasion and cut your line. And that's the last thing we need when you've got that really big fish on there. Then you can also spray the threaded area and the seated area of the reel and rod, so that when you put it back in, it cranks up nice and tight. There's no corrosion in there at all. You want to spray the handle part, of course. This is very important because it spins. Give it a nice wipe down. Now, I also use this, for instance, on my flare guns. For going offshore, I'll take my flare gun. Of course, you want to disarm it first, take the load out. And then you can take some Reel Magic and you can spray all over the firing pin of it, the trigger area, the mechanism. Give it a good wipe down. Even though you never use this thing much, one day, if you do need it, you're going to want it to work. Trust me on that. And then you can you're ready to go again. Keep them unloaded. Keep the shells in a dry, safe place, a plastic bag, or some type of a sealed area so no air gets to it. Keep your ammunition right next to your gun, because when you're needing it and you're needing to signal somebody, you don't want to have to look all over the boat for it. The other thing that's really important to clean is your electronics. The electronics stay out there in the sun all day long. Now what I do is I just take a cloth, I'll use the other side of this cloth, like that, and I just give it a good wipe down real good everywhere when I come in. And a little secret, you take a little bit of Vaseline or a little bit of, what I have here, a little bit of Vaseline type gel, and put it on the leads, the electric leads, like that, so the corrosion doesn't get in it. And also, when you plug it in and unplug it and plug it and unplug it, it slides on and off, and those little pins in there won't break then. And it keeps the corrosion off of it. That's a little tip from Captain Sharkey today on Fishing with Captain Sharkey.